Every Pokemon player knows one thing. Never walk through tall grass without a Pokemon. And if you do have one, make sure it's over leveled. Today, we're going to find out what that looks like when random encounters chooses who the attackers are. How's it going, Z Squad? Big Z here. I am very excited to bring you this week's featured card with random encounters. Like always, we're going to build 2 decks around said card. The card let you shuffle your library, mill 4 cards, put each creature card milled this way onto the battlefield. They gain haste, and then you return them to your hand if they manage to live. As a flashback of 8, we're looking to use random encounters in one deck to get out Valgaboth. You can read by the card that he is something you definitely want to cheat in. And on the other hand, we have an Elementals deck, so we're looking to get any of the Omnaths you see on screen here. So you really can't go too wrong. They are both explosive. They're both a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's continue. How's it going, Z Squad? It's me, Big Z. Of course, we just need to take a second to remind you guys to make sure you like and subscribe the video and the channel, of course. It really helps out. We're trying to get to 50 subscribers so we can start streaming on YouTube as well. So if you are seeing this, please just hit subscribe. It is free. Helps me out tremendously, of course, since I'm such a small, YouTuber. Of course, you guys have already heard that before, but please go ahead and do all the things I do. Stream on TikTok and Twitch at the moment. Twitch, 7 to 10 Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'd love to see you there. Over on TikTok, it's Zoldargaming across the board. In the description, there will be, some links if you want to click on it. We have a Discord I'd love for you to join where we talk about decks and, we try to get some rivalry going between these 2 decks. But I won't bore you any longer. Please do the things. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm glad to have you. I'd love to see you again. Thank you. How's it going, Z Squad? We have our second deck, Careful of the Tall Grass, which is an amazing little reference to Pokemon. You never want to go in tall grass. It's dangerous out there. So this one has a lot more explosive creatures. So the goal with this particular deck is to win as soon as it comes out. Some graveyard strategy with Necromancy, Rakdos, and Growclaw. You've seen this combo before in other decks we use, but I mean, it's a really powerful. If I'm going to stick in these colors, you're probably going to see these cards quite a bit, but looking to exile stuff with Croxus to get us some treasures, and then of course Massacre Worm gives -2/-2 to all the opponent's creatures and makes them lose life when they die. Perforator, Crocodile, you can throw back a little bit early to try to get some land, put some stab wounds, make everyone -2/-2, and make them lose some life if the creature's still alive. Random encounters, of course, lets us grab these things, gives them haste, comes out. Explosive Singularity is there. We have Nivix Mastery to try to cast it, but honestly, this is really only here to cast the Mastery or random encounters, of course. Because cast random encounters for 4 is a lot better than casting it for 6. Cruel Claw can hit any of these things as well. So it all around is pretty good. A lot more, I hesitate to say explosive, but a lot more big numbers, flat out damage for this deck. But Careful of the Tall Grass is the second iteration. I hope you guys enjoy these 2 decks. Alright, so we kept it because we're always hurting. So we're going to try to, play these, huck the Perforator, get a land, and keep going. Hey, we don't need to necessarily do it, but we're going to huck it anyway. Nice. Okay. It's nice to know that we're going to have the lands. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get this countered. I'm surprised you countered it. Oh! Look at me. Alright, I mean, there is some scary shit they can heist, so no removal. Alright, so let's obviously try to swing. They're not going to let it connect. Oh. What? Oh, I know. Guess they just thought, Fun fact, normally if it's a mythic rare, they have a lot of... Okay, we'll play Throwaway Dogma. They usually have a lot of flare on their card. I'm guessing they're going to try to counter that. Oh, they didn't. Alright. Is Goldspan going to eat it? Another token here. Okay. So now they're not... Okay, so that's 2 counter spells down. Let's go ahead and exile their counter spells. Then let's go ahead and play another Goldspan Dragon. Hit him for 4. Okay. So now, if they tap out, we have random encounters. So that feels pretty good. So they're Grixis. So we're going to... I think we're going to... Let's try to swing here and see what he does. Another... So yeah, I know. That's wild. They had... Okay, so let's just play the Worm. Because it's just something else they have to deal with. He's a 6/5. Like, you need to deal with this. So that is the 3rd Weave of the Nightmare they used. Alright, Poltergeist. Let's try to swing. Cancel. We'll take their life back up to 10. That's fine. Someone had to go to 10 and we're not going. I want them to waste getting through to us. Getting through. I guess it's only when they attack. Like I said, we have no hard removal. Like, everything they're going to grab from us, they have to cast. So, I mean, they might get random encounters, and that is a sick cast. But now they have to get rid of our Torgar. At least it's in their best interest to do so. So now we can block this thing. I think we have the just random encounters, and then we can just cast it again with Mastery. So we have a 7. So they got Necromancy, and they're going to take Valgaboth. Son of... Fudge. Yeah, that's what happens, unfortunately. We have no way to get rid of Necromancy. Well, that would at least... Alright, so let's swing. This is going to hurt a lot because they're just going to block. Or they're not. Okay. They should block. Okay. And then we will take Massacre Worm. Get our Valgaboth back. So hopefully they didn't have another Necromancy. Estrich Invocation doesn't copy anything. Yeah, that's definitely an oops, sir. It has to be on your side. Alright, so now we can random encounters. What's that? Game your end step of an online permanent left battlefield. Nice. Ooh. Okay. Very nice. Easy. Haha. Alright, I need to write that down. Not too bad of a start. Has to be said. Alright. What are they going to regale us with? Maybe we can step on the leaves. Okay, limited cumulative upkeep. Alright, we're not going to cast too many non-creature spells, but there are a few. So let's get Perforator Crocodile back. You draw a card unless they play 4. There you go. I say we try to go here. I don't think it'll remain, but whenever you discard one or more cards, put that many counters on this creature. Okay, cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I only have one blue. We're gonna return to our hand. Please don't. We want to smack you with Cruel Claw. Alright. I guess they're going to put it back in our hand, is what I'm guessing. Yeah, into the Flood Ball. Alright. Yeah. So we lose it because we cast at the wrong time. If you cast at any time as flash, then let's actually just go this way. Let's just start putting a hurting on them. Just put a good hurting on them. Okay. And Vivi. They nerfed him, but he's still OP. As we're about to find out. I believe he gets counters on himself. Fucking nuts. Gets the Ponder. Okay. So we're gonna be able to do 4 right in the air. I guess we could do both. And then we will discard. Trying to get them low and then show them what it means to... Nice. Okay. Well, they need to leave a counterspell up. Next turn... Actually, we might be able to hard cast it, which is wild to me. Oh, they're tapped out. So. Right, do they lay a land? No, they... Apparently it doesn't matter. They're just going to keep casting whatever they want. Okay. We really need somebody to live here so that we can just get him. Guess he's gonna exile some of our stuff. Yeah, cycling 1. Okay. Man. Making my life a little too difficult here. It's already a 7-10. Damn. I guess we just... Yeah, let's just get the Storm Chaser. Okay, so let's go ahead and exile your library, your graveyard. Nivix Mastery, what would it even hit? Lesser. Unfortunately, yeah, we're gonna have to wait till next turn. Fear of missing out. Okay, he has to attack for it to matter. Alright, I think we actually have enough so we can block, play the Crocodile, and then smack him in the face for 10. And then during their upkeep, they will just simply... Ooh, hopefully they don't eat Explosive Singularity. Thank God. Thank God. Yeah, we don't know what... I don't think they have counter spells. I don't really think they run too many of them. But we're about to find out, because this is our game plan. Okay, so let's go Perforator. Give him the old stab wounds. Play this land, and then we just try to tap for 4 for Explosive Singularity. You get to draw a card, which is unfortunate. It's a bit 0. They get to draw another card. Alright, so unless they get off the stab wounds, they lose. I know for a fact that Into the Flood Ball won't really matter. You're still stabbed. Good game. Nice. Alright. So we'll probably keep him because even though the decks still work. Alright, not a bad hand. We can throw away the Singularity, get the 4 mana. This deck does have a little bit of a wait till 3, though. So that feels kind of bad sometimes, but we're trying to win when we cast random encounters, so it gets a little hard sometimes, but we want to win when we cast it, so a little bit of a rough start. Fine, I think overall. They're gonna mill us, which actually is hilarious because it helps us out a lot. Alright, they cannot target Valgaboth or they lose. I guess they're gonna try to mill us in a couple turns. Alright. It's on. Alright, they're gonna mill us pretty good. We're on they're on a 3-turn clock because they can't really interact with Valgaboth very easily. Nice. So we might have to, depending on what they play, we might have to snipe them. I don't think we have time for roll call. Let's go try to go greater. I'm looking for... We could have played Grow Claw there, now that I think about it, and then we would have swung through to win this turn. But, I think we'll be fine. I mean, they are pretty much on edge. I mean, it's a mill deck, though. They're going to have 4. Oh, now they definitely need to get us right now. Okay, they did not get us. Alright, not a good hand. Good hand. Alright, so we can throw away the Singularity, and then we have, we can get rid of Perforator, or even have Perforator cycle. It lets us draw a card, which is really nice. Necromancy is such an old style card. Look at that text. Like, I get what they're going for, but I think you could make it a little easier to read. Jeez. Use Simpled. Is it simplified? About to say, does it make it easier to read? Ooh, if they're playing elves, this can be pretty fun. Depending on, we have that, like, we have to make sure we're not words. We have to make sure we don't wait too long. Like, we want to necromancy and stab all the elves, right? Like, that's the goal. Because when Perforator comes out, yeah. So I think we have to do it now. It'd be a pretty good board wipe. I'd like to wait next turn, but if they have something explosive, they literally can tap for 10 mana next turn. So it's pretty much like do it now or never. So look at that. Turn 3 for them. And next turn they have 12 mana. Nuts. Whenever I try to ramp, I don't know why I just don't use elves. I mean, just use elves and then big creature. I think they know the writing on the wall. So we're gonna win, probably, but it's not gonna be with. Not gonna be with who we should be. Alright. Alright. We have a pretty good curve overall. Our curve starts at 3. See this? I'm seeing these sleeves a lot. Were these like given out for free? Alright, we have Hive of the Eye Tyrant to eat some stuff. It also has Menace. Playing against, looks like, hopefully not mono blue. I'd like to get something on the battlefield, but I don't think Cruel Claw. I call it Gruel Claw on accident. Yeah, Cruel Claw isn't going to make it. Let's try anyway. Counter. Big surprise. Give yourself away when you use sleeves like that. What? You countered it? Nuh-uh. Okay. It is what it is. People are loath to do anything else. So let's try to use big score. We'll put, and then we're going to counter it again. You would think they'll run out, but so our goal is to basically try. Let's play this one. We don't care if he gets countered. Alright, so that's 2 Essence Scatters down. It's annoying, but we're curving out pretty good. And so now, let's try another Goldspan Dragon. Ah, see, now they're out of counter spells. They might not be out of removal spells, but they're out of counter spells. That works for me. More mana is always nice. Let's try it again. It's tempting. I really would love. because their shields are down, you want to do as much as possible, but they are like 2 seconds away. From board wiping. So, alright, let's see. What do we want to give them? I mean, that one, I guess. Can have that. Make them think the other thing's good. Random encounters. Very nice. Alright, we did not hit as heavy as we wanted to right there. But we have Enduring Courage. So let's Necromancy and get Cruel Claw. It'll get haste as well. Let's swing in. And then hopefully we hit... Okay, we hit... Well, not what we wanted. Alright. Now they have to board wipe or they lose. We have Enduring... We also can cast random encounters again. I think this is a good spot for us. Like, they don't have the mana, right, to do a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, I guess they could theoretically return 2 things and, like, return something like Gold Span and then wait till we play something next turn and counter it, and then they live by 1. If Cruel Claw hit something, didn't hit what they needed. But considering they have 2 white now, I assume there's going to be... Oh. Alright. A man said, oops. Okay. That's fine. Alright, let's see. Hopefully hit at least a creature. We did not. That was a true oops. That was the oops right there. We could have just used Hive of the Eye Tyrant, but I really thought random encounters would get us something there. I mean, random encounters is good, but it only mills 4. So you have to get something in 4 cards that you're dropping. So theoretically, we could have done something to double the triggers up to make it hit harder. That's what lets him get untapped lands. Yeah. They have to have the mana to... Alright, so we can cast random encounters if they leave it up. I think they're debating if they want to get rid of our treasure or not. So basically, in this case, you have 4 life. Do you deny me, hope I don't draw a land, or try to draw a counterspell? I guess the answer would be you try to draw a counterspell. He's not too quick on the what to do here, so I wanna say he doesn't have a counterspell. It's blue-white. They return stuff. They counter. They've already used 2 Essence Scatters though. Okay. We don't have what we need in the graveyard. I say we try and do Enduring Courage. Oh. Then I say we try to do random encounters. So they couldn't counter the creature, but they have to be able to counter this, right? Well, they didn't. How's it going, C-Squad? We have our first competitor. It's called Random Encounters of the 4th Kind. Because there's 4 colors. I thought it was pretty clever. Actually, I cannot take credit. Somebody on stream dubbed this name, and I fell in love with it. It was amazing. So I was looking to utilize Elementals this time. You know, Risen Reef procs, lots of land drops to go big. The goal was to random encounters, and then they come back to our hands. Then still be able to cast them if need be to kind of mop up the competition afterwards. So, I mean, standard elemental package. Landfall, elemental triggers, landfall triggers to proc a lot of Omnaths, and Brushfire elemental to get bigger. Scalding Viper helps us, you know, kind of just reset them a little bit with returning stuff to their hand. You can be amazed how setting people off 1 or 2 turns while we set up our big turns can really swing it for us pretty good. So that's about what it likes to do. But this is our first competitor. We have random encounters of the fourth kind. Alright, here's the hope when we grab a green land. Yeah, I'll just get it out. Let them know. They'll think we're is it or something. And we're not. Hey, green land. We have played so much black today. You can put him back. No thanks. I mean, he's just gonna play it and then make us fight. Let's go Hydra. I guess it doesn't. I guess we'd like to do it during their turn. We're gonna attempt to let them attack and bounce Finn. And then this Omnath lets us I think we just go return it. Give us another land. Ugh, it didn't give us another land. Okay, so we will be able to... should be able to Twin Flame and then proc. Okay. This feels pretty good. Like I said, just being able to return them, man, it makes a big difference. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe gain some life. Another Death Touch Larva. There. Alright, so let's do this. We should have done this backwards. We did it backwards. We should have done it the other way. So the land drop would have... and then we can just... we could just shoot him in the eyeballs, but we're just gonna... Omnath the thing. Same difference. One just a little longer. That's what we'd like to see. Just remember, unfortunately, random encounters is not elemental spell. So. Alright, Visa. Alright, screen. We'll do right like this. Mono white snow. Bleh. Okay. Voice of Blessed. And let's go Risen Reef. What, another land? Try to keep them as low as possible where the land goes. And there's the crawler, of course. Mossborn Hydra with the land trigger. Then we'll put another land trigger. And then hopefully another land trigger. No land. And we draw a card. The One Ring. Okay. They really can't afford to attack here. I say we Omnath. Just try to get some procs here. There we are. Get into the flood ball. Whatever we want. Alright, so this is kind of the board wipe or bust situation. With Mossborn Hydra, it's alright, so they're gonna choose to just throw. It won't matter, we can just into the flood ball 2 things. So we'll get rid of this and that, keep the 1. If they try to like Sheltered by Ghost, put on each creature. Fair enough. 40 of consoles is a good one, but we're just going to... And then that one. Okay. I just don't understand. Alright. Hey, random encounters, but unfortunately... We should have kept this hand. Every time I mulligan once, I just instinctively keep the hand. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, oh, I'll keep it. Looks like we're not going to be punished too hard. When you see mono black, you're pretty much like, well, we're going to have to random encounters this one. Alright. Now it's like, do you want to get rid of it, or... We could still kill us. I guess we could afford 1. Let's try to twin flames, keep the Hydra. Unstoppable Slasher is just a disgusting 3-drop. Like, ew. Just nasty. Okay. So, obviously they're going to swing here, because why wouldn't you? They're holding priority, which makes me concerned. They were thinking about using the one. Whenever you lose life, you gain. Okay. I mean, fortunately, they're going to gain a lot of life here. Yeah. Alright, let's go here. Double the counters. And then just rock for days. They're not going to get that much out of us. We could let Unstoppable Slasher through and still win. 2 Unstoppable Slashers is a bit much, but we also can Swanton dive the... Let's see what they do here. Oh. I guess, do we really care? just put that back in their hand. They don't have the mana to recast it. We just go random encounters here. That wasn't as big as a proc as I was hoping, but it does make him a 64/64. So there's that. The double twin flame triggers are rough. I mean, he's switching blockers a lot, but less darkness can be played with no mana. Nice. So there you saw the random encounters earlier. Xanthar? I think we did. Pretty sure. Really close. Reminded me of the Beholder card. The Guild Master. Is Xanthar the Beholder of the, like, I can't remember the name of the guild in the Dark Realms that lives in the Underdark with the Drow, and they have an Illithid part Drow that has the Psychonic powers, and then they actually have an Illithid in there. So I guess I don't have any Beholders. Never mind. As I talked about it, I realized that. Either way, okay. So they milled themselves pretty good. So whatever their strategy is either going to pop off. Like, they have what they need in their hands. That's why they kept it. Obviously, you don't keep. Well, sorry, you keep 2 reasons. Number 1, you run out of lands. And you really just say, I guess this is what it is. Or you actually got the combo and you're like, man, this is going to be it. Let's see. Find out next time. Looks like they're going to... Oh, I thought they were going to draw some stuff. Prismatic Vista. I don't use that card. Oh, because it's Mythic Rare. That's why. That's probably exactly why I do not use it. Okay, so let's do Rush Fire Elemental. Get in there. Hasten his demise. Alright, so he's going to mill us. If this was the other deck, we'd be all about it. But since it's this one, we are not a big fan of the milling. Also, with us Risen Reefing, we are going to kind of give them what they want. But we also need to, you know... We also do have the explosiveness to go the distance here. So let's do Mossborn Hydra. Mossborn, and then hopefully hit some lands. All right, looks like he ran out of steam here. That's good. We might put that. No, I guess we want the orb. We want the orb to mill them, but we don't want it to mill us. Do we have the basic we need? Like, I really want a blue, but I'm not 100% if it got milled or not. I think it did. Yes. Alright. That's unfortunate. I was hoping for a blue so we could just put their Mesmeric Orb back in there. I don't think they milled all of our... They did. Damn it. They got all of our... That sucks. They milled all of our basic lands, sorry. I should have looked better. That's fine. I really just wanted to return Mesmeric Orb. The thing that sucks about it is it does kind of put us a land behind. I think we are still going to win. But they'll probably get rid of Mossborn. No, they're not. Alright. Visions of Beyond. We need to win, like, right now, so... I guess we just play this. Hit a land. Alright. Good game. Alright, so this is just elementals doing elemental things. We had random encounters. We just could not cast it. Tasha. Alright, this is looking pretty strong. The Unholy Archmage. I almost said the Archmage. Alright, let's keep this. Another pile of cards. It's going to get everything they want. Tell me, if you guys are watching and this match actually ends up sticking, do you guys win against 250 card decks? Or if you do, play against them or use them, do you win? All the time? Like, it seems like they just get everything they need when they need it. Like, maybe it's just me being salty because I obviously lost those matches, but they really just seem to get what they need. A little frustrating. Mono white. 250 cards. Mono white. Like... probably has the entire Angel loadout in here. Like all of them, right across the board. 215 cards will have exactly what they need in their first 7 cards. Like, why do you have 250 cards if you were going to curve out so nicely? Okay. Like I said, I'm salty, but it just always seems to be that way. And it's going to be the Angel that gives them tons of life when you play Angels. Oh, it's Cosmos Elixir. Never mind. Like I said, salty as salt. Really hoping we get a land here so that we can play Twin Flame. If not, we'll probably just Scalding Viper and put it back in their hands. Like I said, like, obviously with this, I expect that, you know, now that they're scrying, they're going to get what they want. Like, I'm okay with that. It's just like, they already had it. Like, the odds of them getting, all, like, Seek stuff is low, but... maybe, I have heard the hand smoothing is better for 250 card decks. Alright, and they're not missing land drops. Here, we are a 60 card deck, and we have missed 2 land drops. They are 250, and have missed none. Not a single land drop has been missed on their end. Wild. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this Omnath. We're going to snipe their Galda for 2, or try. You also have a give protection to a creature in your hand, too. I mean, I believe you probably run them, since you have a bajillion cards in your hands, in your deck, but... I wonder what that was, what was holding up for 1 white. What was it? Alright, so they're going to have a board wipe soon. Our goal is to just do as much damage as we can. before they do that, we have random encounters. We just need to pop off into lands a little faster here, so we can show the explosive potential. Twin Flames. Not what we wanted, not what we needed. Didn't hit any lands again. So I guess we get rid of Ibiza, because I think they're going to seek, yeah, they need to seek a board wipe is what they're trying to do. Or farewell. Hit our graveyard probably as well. Yeah. So we know we're out of Settle the Wreckage and a few others, which is nice. I don't even know what this card does. There's too much text. I just stopped reading it. I'm going to be honest. Alright, let's do this Omnath. Oh. We are being cooked on lands here. And then we can enter more lands. So you see part of what's happening here. It's pretty good. I say we... I want a Flood Maul, but I just don't think it's it. I don't know what we... Yeah, I guess we just play another Risen Reef. So we're trying to... At this moment, we're trying to just get some lands. All these cards we're drawing, but no lands, man. Why'd I do that there? It's dumb of me. Yeah, Omnath only really procs once. Come on. We're gonna mill ourselves. There's no way we didn't hit any lands. Is there a 2-cost destroy all creatures attacking? Because that would be wild. Oh, I guess there's what, Rebuke or something like that? Yeah, not on my watch. Keep 7 to keep. So, Twin Flames into the Flood Maul. Random encounters again. Mossborn. And I guess we keep a land. Alright, so we definitely get board wiped here. Or they would have surrendered. So. Yep, so it's either farewell or, you know, something like that. We are tapped, so maybe they'll just do something about that. They got rid of our Twin Flames, which was a solid choice. Oh, they don't have what they have. Maybe their 250 is working against them. I'd love to random encounters to end this. Nice. I mean, they're going to surrender. I hope they would stay for us to show the combo. But I don't think they're going to. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we don't have enough to play Twin Flames as well. Alright. Whatever they found, they're probably upset about. I've played it against Ravenskull before, too. I hit him with a good game. We really need to... We did this wrong, but we need to grab something. That. Put that there. Alright, let's just try to hit big here. Nothing. Ugh. Alright, they're at least going to let us We just need to spread the wealth around because they're going to exile something. Alright, so we're going to combo pretty good. We kind of need to... There's no way we don't hit lands now. We got to give them this because I think they think we're mocking them, but we really appreciate you sticking around, Raven Skull. Yeah, we'll just swing now. I wanted to keep playing, but... So they had another exile, not on my watch. That's why we wanted to go higher. Said I was going to play more, but he's letting us do our thing. We're good. So that was the explosiveness you could see. How's it going, C Squad? Glad you made it this far. We wanted to dramatize the winner just a little bit. So, without further ado, in the red corner, careful of the tall grass, looks to unleash massive monsters with random encounters. In the blue corner, random encounters of the fourth kind, bringing Omnath, Risenmeath, and a whole army of elementals. Stay tuned to find out who the winner is. And the winner is Random Encounters of the Fourth Kind, which is our elemental deck. I am going to give this a solid 4 out of 5. The deck performed very well. Elementals, honestly, they really do stack on each other very well. There's a lot of games that I had to skip because people just surrender because they already know what's going to happen. Random Encounters hits a lot of these elementals on a consistent basis, then let you play them out, when you need to or when you can. So I would give it a solid 4 out of 5. Definitely a craft this deck and make your way through Historic with it. Thank you very much, guys. I'll talk to you later for next week.
Yeah!